Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. No change in the dynamic of Eternum last night, as the forces of I is for Isabella hold on to the rain-drenched mountain region of Morningdale. KOTT news crews were on the scene in Greyvale and spoke with the victors who were in a hurry. Congratulations on your victory out there holding Morningdale throughout the entire duration. You held 2 points up until the final 2 minutes when you yielded Alpha, but let's not count that. How do you feel the fight went out there for you?
Yeah, I think it went pretty well. I'm not disappointed by any means. They had some pretty good mercs, but at the end of the day, you know, it didn't really affect anything for us.
Indeed, it didn't. Well, is there anybody out there who really stood out in their efforts tonight for you?
Yeah, honestly, Ninjas, man, best player I've ever played with, man. Great teammate, puts up the damage, positive attitude. I'll play with that guy any day. He's my duo for life.
A quick civic matter to attend to, if you don't mind me asking. Tonight is the first night of the global draft, as they say. Will you be attending that, or any members of your company be attending that in part or in whole?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a majority of us have signed up. We're hoping for the best on us. We have some pretty good, talented players here, and a lot of them do deserve to be drafted, so we'll see how it all turns out.
And do you feel that will take away from your efforts to defend your regions here?
Nah, I think we're good. We're all good. Little nitpick group, and we'll push through and hopefully do both if we can.
Well, is there anything else that you might like to say to the citizens of Eternum before I let you go to your debrief?
Yeah, thank you guys for supporting us if you do. If not, and you guys are an enemy, I guess prepare for the worst eventually. And my governor, board kid, top-notch governor, and Zarita also, who's not technically a governor, but technically is in our heart. Much love.
Many members of the community were anxiously awaiting the release of news from distant lands last night, but eventually the balls fell and the draft order was set. KOTT News will bring you more on this story as it develops. Many more citizens stepping up to volunteer in Eternum last night as KOTT News crews were clearing major corruption portals. Aiden Grayson and Stellated Whales in particular contributed their efforts in fighting back the corruption for most of the evening. Quickly to the weather for today, and even though it's going to be another afternoon of sunshine all day long, volunteers should be ready to mobilize as the corruption invasion forces launch attacks across 40% of the island tonight. 2 more submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. Up first, the legendary hero worshippers of Outcast attack the syndicate members of JDB's Kitchen for control of the bear-infested deep forests of Brightwood. Outcast forces have regrouped and reinvigorated themselves, and now seem ready to re-expand across the island from their controlled territories in the northwest. JDB's Kitchen have been reserved in their aggressions of late, exercising the don't start nothing won't be nothing protocols, but now that Outcasts have started something, there will be something. Meanwhile, the syndicate members of Commit assail the marauders of Nice Deck for control of the master fishing and shrimping region of Reekwater. Wasting no time in the execution of their right to rematch, Commit forces return to Reekwater and set up an assault camp surrounded by the goats, preparing themselves to butt into the fort. The marauders of Nice Deck, feeling the pressure of Commit squeezing in on them from 2 fronts, but this is the kind of environment their proponents inform me they thrive in. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.